Hello everybody, my name is Dan and welcome back to my channel. Now I want to say that I know I haven't been active for a very long time, and I want to apologize for that. I do hope you guys are doing well. My YouTube channel is doing pretty well, surprisingly, for me being gone that long. But today I want to make a video on how to draw like Kooleen. The reason is because I saw that Kooleen and SamDoesArt is having a beef, even though it was like 2 months ago, but they had a beef and I wanted to kind of like join in, you know. So what I'm doing today is because as you can see in my previous video, I've made a tutorial on how to draw like SamDoesArt, but today I'm going to teach you guys how to draw like Kooleen. Now without further ado, I guess we can just start going. So who is Kooleen? Well, to be honest with you, I cannot really find any information on her other than based on her personality and how she is on the internet. She's basically a girl who happens to draw pretty well. She likes to draw smacky characters, as you can see, with very juicy lips. But her art style is pretty unique, I would say. Is because she likes to use a lot of like pale colors. So yeah, we get more into that. Okay, so without further ado, here is how to draw like Kooleen. Now let's start off with the first tip. Okay, how do we replicate someone's style? For those of you who want to do this, is the reason why I even make this videos on how to draw like people, you know. So how do we really replicate someone's style? So the first tip I can really give you is art study. Now, what is art study? Art study is basically you taking references from your favorite artist and then you try redrawing what they do, and then by doing that you learn what or how they draw, or you know, you understand a little bit more about their art style. Now when you're doing art study or reference study, make sure you know, watch as many videos on it if you really want to get better. So my tip for that is just basically studying art. Okay, so you need to study her style, and that's basically how you kind of like replicate. So if you really want to replicate her style, you gotta do a lot of art study. So that's the first tip I would give you, is you have to do art study. Now, what's the second tip, right? What makes Kooleen's artwork so smacky, right? And I would say that what makes her artwork so smacky is obviously the juicy lips. Come on, we have to add the juicy lips. It is her brand. It is what makes Kooleen's artwork Kooleen's, you know. So in order for you to draw smacky lips, I will put something on the screen right now and you guys can follow along on how you can draw smacky lips, because that lips is the most important part in order for you to replicate Kooleen style. Okay, so the last and third tip, yes, this is a ridiculously short video because I don't have time to make longer videos, and plus most of the things I say is basically a repeat from a previous video. So you know, just watch the previous video if you want. But the third tip that I can give you, you really want to draw like Kooleen, after you done your art study on her artwork, after you do, after you add the lips and learn how to draw lips, the next tip that I can give you in order for you to draw like Kooleen, is to learn how to stylize like her. As you can see, she stylized her artwork a lot. Like, she have basic human anatomy, but she stylized it in a way that makes it her own, and it's difficult to do it, especially when you draw like her. But like I say, do a lot of art study, do a lot of reference study on her work, and then you get better at it, and then sooner or later you'll be able to draw like her. There's not really much I can say about how you can draw like someone, because in reality that's just how it is. It's not like nobody can copy or replicate someone else's style completely, so it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice. So do your art study, do your art references study, and then you got to add that lips, that juicy smexy lips. You really want to replicate her style, and then you got to learn anatomy, and then learn how to break that anatomy into stylization. And then the last and final tip that I can give you is line weight. This is something that I haven't said in my previous video. So basically, line weight is where you add lines in your artwork, basically, because usually, depending on your style, especially like SamDoesArt, he likes to add line weight here and there. And then for people like Ross Draws or Wulop or Gwaze, they don't have lines in their paintings. So in Kooleen's case, she add lines. So understanding line widths is really important. So that's when the first tip come in. The studying her artwork comes in. If you study a lot, you will know where to put the lines. Generally, she'll put it as an outline on certain things. So when skin are overlapping each other, she would add lines. Or when the skin is or when the character is in front of the background, then she'll add lines and stuff. And then the places where she wouldn't add lines are the places where there is light. So when the light is shining on the characters, that's the place where she wouldn't typically add lines into her paintings and artworks. So yeah, to recap, okay, tip number 1 is to do a lot of art study in order for you to really replicate anyone's style. Really, it's not just Kooleen, like anyone. SamDoesArt, Ross Draws, Gwaze, Ergo Josh, Ethan Becker, and you kind of like, if you want to replicate their style, you got to do a lot of art study, a lot of practices, in order for you to get better, and perhaps in hopes that you'll be able to replicate their style. The second tip is obviously, I will usually put in something that is iconic to their work. So for Kooleen's case, it's to draw smexy lips. The lips is what staples her identity. That's her icon. That's what makes Kooleen's artwork Kooleen's. That smexy lips. So you got to add that in your paintings in order for you to really capture her artwork. Now the third tip is obviously line weight. You got to understand. The third tip is anatomy. You got to understand anatomy and stylization, which I've talked in my previous video. In order for you to do this, you just have to study anatomy, and then you tweak the human anatomy to your liking. So if you like bigger eyes, then you make the eyes bigger. But for Kooleen's case, she generally don't like doing bigger eyes, but she likes to do like those anime-ish kind of eyes, though she's still keeping the anatomy in it. And then the fourth and final tip is line width. She add lines to her artwork. Most of her artwork have lines, but most of them don't. So if you do a lot of art study on her work, then you will understand where she puts the line. My tip is she generally put it in places where the skin overlap, like for example the chin and the neck where it overlaps. She will add lines so that you can differentiate the chin and the neck, so it doesn't look like a freaking thumb. But she also put it on the outline as an outline when she have backgrounds and stuff, and then she wouldn't put it on places where there is light. So yeah, that's all the tip I can give you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know this video isn't really detailed onto how to really draw like someone, but I mean, I have fun doing it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And Kooleen, if you're watching this, congratulations on 1 million subscribers. You absolutely deserve it for the amazing content you have put in your community, in this art community, because your videos are pretty entertaining to watch. Same goes with like people like Urgajos or Rostros, stuff like that. They make pretty entertaining content, and it's not easy to make entertaining content because I feel like my content is pretty still and boring, but I feel like you have done it really well to make yours entertaining. So you absolutely deserve that 1 million. And guys, if you can, please subscribe to her, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.